There was a great city where light wasn't allowed. It was dark because they feared what was attracted to light. Vicious monsters that set out the light for their prey. So the people of the city removed all the light they could. They built towering canopies to hide the sun, moon, and stars. They burned their books that had drawings of light or that mentioned light. They refused to even cook their meals in fear of attracting the creatures. Yet, it wasn't enough. For some people shone in the darkness with their own light. So the city sought to slay those with light, or those rumored to have light. From this city, an exile left everything they knew behind. The exile had seen what it was like in the city when you shone. The crowds who chased you through the streets. The faces of friends, family, and neighbors turned monstrous as they chased you. Outside of the city, the exile found a cave to hide their light in. They believed if they could just change themselves, find a way to remove their light, that they could go home. Nothing the exile did, or could do, would make their light stop shining. One night, the exile could hear the familiar steps of the darkness. The exile tried to hide their light, only to hear the creature crawl close. Then, as the creature stepped close, something bright stepped into the cave. The traveler was 12 feet tall, and her light was like a constellation. So the creature fled from the exile and charged the traveler, who stepped on the creature with ease, leaving the centipede-like creature dead beneath her feet. The creature dead, the traveler reached her hand into the cave to the exile, who took her hand as she led them outside of the cave and revealed light. Outside, the exile saw more light than they had ever dreamed was possible. They could see towering titans whose light guided those smaller than them. They could see tiny sparks that flew and crawled, lighting up the smallest parts of the world. They could see will-o-wisps whose sizes changed with each breath, but who traveled with titans and sparks with ease. And far above the sky, the exile could see many moons, suns, and stars, who warmed and comforted the world that was too small for them to see. Then the traveler whispered to the exile, "Look at your hands." When the exile looked, really looked, they could see tiny motes of light, smaller than ridges of fingers, smaller than grains of sand, smaller than the smallest bit of dust. Those tiny motes washed the exile's fingers, patched their wounds, and gave comfort that should have been too small to be felt. Yet, even one of the motes' kindness was far greater than any they had in the city. "I thought I was alone. I thought the monsters were many," the exile said. "That was what we all thought. But when you see the light of others," the traveler gently touched the exile's light. They didn't know light could be held. "You shine brighter, and the darkness fades. You see that you aren't as weak as you feel, and that the monsters are not as strong as you fear. When all is darkness, then you believe light is a monster. You believe your light makes you a monster. That hiding is safety. We shine here so others can see the light too, to know that they can shine without trying to snuff out their own light. To know that even if they are by themselves, that they are never alone." The traveler let go of the exile's light, now an exile no longer. "Even by ourselves, we are never alone, and we are all stronger together," the traveler finished as they guided their new friend to a world of light.